Well, hello YouTube and welcome to the dark realms of model railway. Today, update, I'm going to actually do an instructional video. This one is entitled Building Lighting for Dummies. Basically, why pay £200 to get a woodland scenic set, all the plug and play? It looks easy, but you still got to drill holes, you still got to have wires, you've still got to have bulbs, you've still got to put holes in buildings, you've still got to attach things. So even though you've got cute little control boxes, which is fun, but not overly necessary really, you know, it's very expensive. So I'm going to show you how to do it really cheaply and really easily and safely. I'm going to set it up, see you in a second. Right, here we go. This is what you will need. One small flathead screwdriver, some chocky blocks or connecting blocks, one cheap second-hand Hornby controller, lengths of wire, both the wire and the chocky blocks, and the not connecting pins, the clips to hold it in place, are all available from Wilko very cheaply. I advise you go there for model railway stuff. It's really good. Right, I'm not getting paid for that, by the way. Right, and then there's this. This is an LED strip. Now these should be expensive, you'd think, but this one is a 6 LED 12 volt DC LED strip, and it was about £2, free postage on eBay. And because it's 12 volt DC, it can go straight onto the controller without any circuit boards or resistors or faffing about or soldering or any of the things I can't do. So let's show you how it's done. What are we going to illuminate? In true Blue Peter fashion, here's one I made earlier. For anybody watching that doesn't know what Blue Peter is, it's a children's program where they always used to half make things, quite half-arsed, and they'd always have one pre-prepared for the bits while glue was drying and paint was drying and they couldn't continue. Right, this is a Metcalf engine shed. It's in pretty poor condition, but you know, I made it years ago when I was just practicing. So I've had a go at painting it inside. The roof is black to help the light disperse better. And there's some smoke stains on the front there. I need to replace a few bits and go over it with paint and tidy up all the edges. Now I know all these things that I didn't know back then. But just for a laugh, we'll throw a light in it quickly, just to show you. So, we'll turn it upside down. Now, no drilling, no faffing. First things first, get the light. Now it comes with a strip on the back that you can peel off, and it's sticky, self-adhesive. I would advise leaving the strip on and putting some little bit of PVA on there, because it will hold it a bit better. And at the end of the day, when you want to take it out again, you've only glued the backing strip to the building, so you can just lift it straight off and it's good to use again without any issue. So what you need to do is measure it. Obviously it comes with a length of wire. Now that, if I put the light in the middle of the building, isn't very long at all. So I'm going to feed it through the roof girders. Not exact, doesn't matter. And because it's 6 strips and the roofing girders are raised above the inside of the roof, what we'll do is we'll just stick the first 2 down and the last 2 down, and that'll be fine, that'll hold it. If it falls off, we'll just put a couple of dubs of PVA in there. Right, so feed the wire back through the back. So we're going to about there because we want it in the middle. Slightly, we'll go slightly to the back of the engine shed. There we go. Or we can go 3 either side, like 3 and 3. That's fine. We have to go to slightly one side of the roof because there's a big raised bit where it's joined. So I'm happy for that to go there like that. So the wire will go there. There's the added bonus of having the light on slightly one side of the roof, is that the wire can be fed round in between the windows and painted to be whatever, pipes, anything hidden. Right, so the wire gets us to the bottom of the building. So what we'll do now is we will take a chocky block and our trusty screwdriver, which in true fashion I lost. There it is. Right, so we'll unscrew the screws quickly. Now, with normal 12 volt bulbs, the grain of wheat variety, if you've just got one bulb, it doesn't really matter which way you wire it because it's DC and it's just a bulb. So it will work either way round on the polarity, if we're going to use the correct term. Is it polarity? I don't know. I'm trying to sound better than I am. Obviously if you cross the wires, it won't work. But if you have it on the positive to negative circuit, it will work just as well as if you have it on the negative to positive circuit. But LEDs only work one way round. Now what I found with the strip is there's no real indication apart from the fact that one wire is red and one wire is black. So working on the assumption that red is positive and black is negative, when you wire it to your Hornby train controller, I assume that the cable with the white line on it is positive and the black one is negative. But the bonus is, with the Hornby train controller, that if you did wire it the wrong way round, all you've got to do is change the direction of travel on the selector and it will switch the polarity and it will be working, so that's fine. Right, next what we'll do is we will connect the length of wire, which has been, again in true Blue Peter fashion, measured to the length that I need it. This one isn't going to go straight to the controller. This one is going to go a bit along the layout and then to the controller. So we'll put red to red, and we'll do that one up. And then we'll black to black. Tight enough so they don't move, but not so tight that you shear the screws, because they were cheap. Right, now that's the length we need. Now what I'm going to show you here is it working first before we faff about putting the building in, because we're probably have to move the camera to show you that. Right, where's our train controller? Here is our train controller. Let's move our building slightly. Keep it there. Right, train controller, unravel. Find the end. Right, this one's got a block on it already. Right, white stripe to red. Haven't done the screws. Sacked. This is also the point in Blue Peter where one of the pets would run on and cause chaos. Mine's in bed at the minute. Right, red to white line. And black to black. Sorry if this isn't fast enough or it's boring for you. But I think it's quite good. Not a soldering iron in sight. I can't stand them. Can't do it. 42 and I can't solder. It's pathetic. Right. So, connected. And building also connected. So, now we need to connect the controller. Power cable, controller set to 0 and in the middle. Power in, plugged in. Let's go. Right, we're on. Turn the lights off. Yeah, not very bright at the minute, but turn it up. Very bright. So, building. Move all the wires out the way. I think for £2 and maybe 50p's worth of speaker wire from Wilco, you can't say fairer than that. So you have it nice and bright. If you've got a display layout, for instance, and you're in a lit room so people can still see. But if you're like me, in a dingy spare room or a shed, then you turn it down and it looks very warm and lovely. You can get different colours, you know, there's bright white, warm white, all these sorts of things. And blue, red, green, obviously. Not that you'd want a green engine shed. Right, let's show you it in place. I'm not going to tack the wires in, I'll just put the shed there and then show you. So I'll pause it, speak to you in a sec. And there we go. One lit shed in place. Not too bad at all. £2. Lit shed. Happy days. Don't need to spend hundreds. No, you know, I think, I don't know how many of these strips you can run off of one train controller, but if you can get train controllers for £10 on eBay, you know, an extension lead to plug a few things in, it still works out so much cheaper, and you can get different colours. You know, you want to spend a bit of money, you can get ones that actually change colour. You know, if you want to do discos or rock concerts or anything, it's so much cheaper now. You can get easy peasy 12V DC LEDs. No messing about. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Let's give you a little sweep of the building before I go. Things to learn. You'll see you have a bit of light bleed under the bottom of the building, so bushes and things to help stop that. It does show up. Just that one wire to hide. Inside, you know, you can see the wire through the window just. Doesn't look very nice, so that will be pinned or glued along the inside of the building. So a lovely warm yellow glow. It looks very good in the dark. Do you want to have a quick look in the dark? Let's show it in the dark. I'll turn all the lights off, bear with. There. Shed in darkness. There's lots of scope for stuff to happen in there. And the view from far away. Well, unfortunately the view from far away is a bit rubbish. It's got nothing to focus on. But you can see it shining out the windows. It looks lovely. See? Stuff inside. Definitely scope to put people and things in there. Right. On that note, I will leave you. That was building lighting for dummies. Done. Bye.